If you were hoping for another wishy-washy manifestation video, this isn't it, okay? So click off if you're that kind of person. This is more for more masculine guys on a similar life path to me. So if you want to manifest things like success, women, or money, then this video is probably going to be like super tailored for you. So, me personally, I'm trying to make some money online. I have been for about 2 years. And obviously, I want to get married. I want to have children, okay? Like a loving, good family. And I want to be successful. I want to be the kind of guy that makes my mom proud, right? Makes my family proud. That people want to be around. And that is just overall happy with how his life turned out. And I think a lot of you guys are probably the same. So, if you've ever watched a manifestation video before, a lot of people in this space are just super like kooky and weird, and they use these big words that don't make any sense, and they like pulled them from an astrology textbook or something that they pulled from the 200 AB or something, or AC, and none of it makes any sense. And that's not what this is about, okay? I tend to be grounded in logic, so stick around till the end. I bet you'll be surprised with what I talk about, okay? So, manifestation can come in a lot of different ways, right? So, I tend to think of it as you are, or you attract what you are. So, I went to a number of fight gyms. I said, you know what? I want to start fighting. I want to take on some kind of sport, because I used to be in a bunch of sports in high school, and I just like the cardio. I like that it keeps me in shape. I like the mentality that comes with it. It just keeps me like level-headed and happy and good overall in life. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take up some kind of fighting sport, and I want to become really good at it. Like, I'm going to take this seriously. So I started going to like a number of gyms and just trying them out. And I went to this gym and did BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I was like, okay, these people are like super soft, and like, they don't want you to actually fight, and they're like super careful and stuff. I did a move. He was like, one of the people were like, they're like, oh yeah, you don't want to do it like that, because you could actually like, do some damage to the person, and like, you could actually do an effective move, is what they were saying. I was like, isn't that the point? Isn't that like why you fight? Is so that you can actually do damage to somebody? Like, that's the whole point. And so I was like, okay, that's not the gym for me. And so I went to another gym. Hold on, these stories are relevant, okay? I went to another gym. This one was Muay Thai. And the people there, I could just tell from the moment I walk in, I was like, these guys are absolute killers. They're just like, wow, just smashing the bag, making a bunch of screams and shouts and stuff. And like, everybody was kind of like a little more closed off. And when they fought for real. And they were like super fundamentals, like they did everything correctly. And they were super good at teaching. And they were like inclusive, like they got me right into it right away, taught me everything I needed to know, and they just said, all right, now go hit stuff. And they were just absolute killers from day one. I was impressed by the energy. I loved it. I was like, this is my place. And now, remember what I said before, I think manifestation has a lot to do with attracting the kind of people, the kind of energy, the whatever that you already are, or that you want to become. So if you have it defined in your mind, you're like, okay, I want to become this kind of person. You're going to start looking for those opportunities out in the world, right? So if I wanted to find some black-haired beauty, 10 out of 10, amazing woman, then I have that defined in my mind. I'm going to be looking for that when I'm out and about. If I've never defined that in my brain, then I'm just going to be like wandering about life, and then they'll pass by me and I won't notice. But if I have it defined, then I'm like, okay, wow, that is a very, very nice head of hair from the back. I'm going to go speak to that woman and see if I like her or whatever. And the same thing happened when I went to these gyms. I was like, this is the energy I want. Turns out, this gym is like loaded with national Muay Thai champions in the US. And I was like, holy crap, this is like one of the best gyms I could have actually went to if I want to take this seriously and I want to become a good fighter. This is one of the best places that I could have started with. And I had no idea. That's just because that was the energy I was seeking out. I wanted to become great. I wanted to become really, really, really good. And I ended up attracting the kind of thing that I needed in my life, because I defined it. I defined what I was looking for, and I went out and I seeked it. I tried to find it, right? And so if you want to manifest things like money or women or success, the first thing you got to do is you got to define what the heck you're looking for, right? If you want to manifest money. You can't just say, yeah, I want to make $1 million. Like, duh, everybody wants to make $1 million. How do you want to make $1 million? What kind of vehicles would you be happy in trying to get $1 million? Would you want to be an influencer, some kind of YouTuber or an Instagram influencer, some kind of fitness influencer? Or would you want to be something more behind the scenes and making money online where you're writing, copywriting for marketing materials for marketers, that are running Facebook ads and all these fitness influencers, you're writing marketing materials for them? Or you want to get some kind of big CEO job where you're like managing an entire company and you want to become a millionaire that way. Or maybe you want to start an auto mechanic business and that's like totally not on the internet at all. Like, there's so many ways to do it. But if you don't define how you're going to do it, if you don't have a mental image of like, what are these steps going to look like to get where I'm trying to get, then you're not going to make any progress. You're not going to manifest anything because you don't know what opportunities you're looking for. So if you don't know what you're pursuing, if you don't have it clearly defined in your brain, then you're not going to manifest anything. And so for success, for money, for women, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. What I like to do, I'll take out a notebook and I'll define it in like layers of depth. Okay, so like, obviously I want to make $1 million, right? Or I want to make $1 million per year. Then the next layer deeper would be like, okay, how are you going to do that? Or why do you want that? So maybe I'm going to do this by becoming some kind of YouTuber. And like, okay, well, if you're going to become a YouTuber, what are you going to sell? What are you going to do? Like, how are you going to make money? Well, obviously, there's going to be like AdSense. Maybe you'll make a little list here. There's going to be AdSense. And like, maybe I can sell some kind of product that like helps my audience to solve some kind of problem. Like, maybe there's something that I have valuable that my audience would really, really, really benefit from. And their life could become exponentially better. And they'd be willing to trade money for that outcome. Okay, so what kind of outcome are you going to help your audience with? What kind of problem are you going to help your audience with in order to do that? So you get deeper and deeper and deeper until you have all these steps laid out and you have an entire plan essentially. And you don't need to know like every little detail of the plan. You need to know every little detail of what you want to do, every little detail of what you want to accomplish and how it's going to look for you in your life. Like, what's my daily life going to be like? Like, before I was doing marketing and I was doing like Facebook ad stuff, I was trying to be like the guy that runs Facebook ads for local businesses. I was reaching out to chiropractors, solar sales guys, and all sorts of people like this. But the thing about it is I was trying to manifest a life that I didn't even really want to live. Right? I didn't want to be, behind a desk trying to run people's Facebook ads and building out their funnels and doing a bunch of web design and ordering like websites for them and doing all sorts of different miscellaneous computer techie nerd stuff. I'm a masculine dude. Like I like to, punch things and like I like to use my hands and I like to build stuff and I like to talk to people. I like to network. I like to figure things out. I don't like being the techie nerd behind a computer. I was manifesting a reality that I didn't want to live in. So that's one of the biggest things that you can do. It's just going through and being like, okay, is this the kind of thing that I can actually see myself doing? When I switched over to YouTube, I realized, holy crap, I can actually like see myself doing this long term. I see these comments come in and people are like, oh my gosh, I needed this video tonight. Like, this made such a big difference. Those comments literally just like blow my mind. And I know it's probably not good, but they give me like such a big dopamine hit. It's like ridiculous. So I know that I'm actually making an impact in people's lives. Whereas with the Facebook thing or like marketing, social media marketing, running people's Google ads, whatever, any of that stuff, I literally never got dopamine hits ever. I was like never actually feeling like I made some kind of impact on anybody's life. Because really people are like, not super excited about it. They're like, yeah, it's a big expense. And like, you finally build out their stuff and like, they're not really wanting to run it because they're scared to put money into it. And they're like, it's just so much headaches and so much like scary stuff up front. And like here, it's all just free value. It's just free stuff that I'm handing out to people. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So it's such a better vehicle for feeling like I'm living a purposeful life. And so this is something that fits my personality better and something that I can see myself settling into. And if you're somebody like me, where you're a little more masculine, I recommend finding some kind of vehicle that fits your personality better. If you're like me, maybe it is YouTube. But a lot of guys, like, really making money online doesn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't want to make money online if I wasn't going to travel the world. That's the only reason I want to make money online. If I wasn't going to make money, or if I wasn't going to travel the world, I would start some kind of like lawn care business, some kind of landscaping business. I would do something outdoors with like heavy labor. I would start some kind of farm or whatever. That still might be in the cards in the future, but like naturally, I'm a very like laborious oriented kind of person. I like to work with my hands. And so doing anything on the internet is a little bit off kilter, but it aligns with my goals and the life that I'm trying to manifest, the life that I'm trying to build. And that is one where I'm able to travel the world and experience different cultures and like just honestly get out of the small town mindset that I've been in since I was a child. So that's part of my goals, and that's how I'm manifesting something that is like completely out there, right? Like nobody thinks they can make millions of dollars online. Nobody thinks that they can, travel the world literally all year round on a full-time basis. A lot of people don't think that they can make money online, but really a lot of those things are possible. You just got to like define how it's possible, what it's going to look like for you, and then the steps just kind of fall into place. Like me recording a video today is like one of the easiest things ever. This is so much easier than doing 30 cold outreaches to, random local businesses, because I know exactly what I'm pursuing. I know that it's going to make me feel fulfilled and that it's going to develop my purpose as a man, right? So if you want to manifest things like success, things like money, things like women, like a beautiful woman to start a family with, what kind of woman are you trying to pursue? What kind of money are you trying to pursue? Or like business model are you trying to pursue? What does success look like to you? You got to look into these answers. Like take out a notepad, like get deep on this and answer in layers of depth how you're going to do this. What's it going to look like for you? What is every little step going to look like for you? What's your life going to look like once you actually kind of achieve these things? What's like the day-to-day going to look like? Are you going to have coffee in the morning as you sit down to, start your business stuff? Are you going to wake up at 9 a.m., 8 a.m.? Are you going to be doing like cold showers still? Like, what does your life actually look like? How are you going to meet these women? Are you going to be like going to church and like actually becoming a good man? Because those are the kind of women that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and you want to be a godly man and you want to go to church? Or are you going to be the kind of guy that meets his 10 out of 10 in some kind of like cocktail lounge or some kind of bar or something like that? Maybe that's the kind of girls you're into. Like, I have no idea what you want, but you do. You know exactly the kind of people you want to meet. You know the kind of success you want to do. You know the ways in which you would be able to make money and feel fulfilled and fulfill your purpose and do all these things, right? But I can't decide that for you. It's something you have to investigate yourself. You have to go into these layers yourself. So take out a notebook, just go into like, how am I going to make $1 million? Why do I want to make $1 million? Go as deep as you can into these things and keep asking those questions. How, why, when? Like, just ask yourself these questions, because you'd be surprised how shallow a lot of these goals are. If I asked myself 2 years ago how I was going to make $1 million online, I would have no idea. I would literally have no idea. If I asked myself how I was going to meet my 10 out of 10 perfect wife with black long hair, I would have no idea, right? But I've defined these things now because I've realized the importance of it. And I hope that you also have now realized the importance of this, and you're going to do it as well. So I appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you check out some of my other ones, and we'll see you around. Have a beautiful life. Peace.